sibling. They're calling it a sibling rally in Philly on the same day, where they will be having students that are being bused in. And actually, a lot of the families in DC are sponsoring, hosting some of these students coming in so that they will have safe environments to stay in. They're looking for over 500,000 people to attend. I believe there will definitely be more. The hug dealers are definitely going to be there. I'm super stoked about it. We're making moves. So that's what's going on March 24th, and it does start at 12 p.m. And they've actually moved it. There was some conflict with a fashion show or a talent show, so they had to move it. So they're going to be down off of Pennsylvania Avenue, and they are trying to do a protest in front of the White House. I don't think the hug dealers will be in front of the White House. But
you don't want to give Trump a hug. Come on now. We just said we want to give everyone a hug.
No, you said you want
correction.
Yes. But we are going to be there. We would love for people to join in if you are interested. There is a website, I believe. Let me see. It is March for Our Lives, and you can actually Google March for Our Lives, March on DC, and sign up if you want to, and the more the merrier.
Awesome information. And if you have any questions for any of the hug dealers, feel free to ask them on here or hit one of them up. Janai, Sonia, I take each one of their pages. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask us while we're online. And right now, I want to bring up the next hug dealer. That is Sonia Beasley.
Hello, everyone. I just want to give you all a heads up that Hug Don't Shoot is giving an Easter event on Easter. It is April Fool's Day, but trust me, it is not a joke. We will be hosting a free event, a free Easter disco. It will entail moon bounces, pony rides, horse rides, candy cotton machines, popcorn machines, popcorn machines, ice cream. So come on out and join us. We will have games for the adults. We will have the youngest DJ, A-Easy. We want to thank George Mitchell for allowing us to use the Langston Hughes Community Center to host this event. And he will also be providing the food for this event. So we really thank him for that opportunity. We want to also thank everyone that provided donations to Hug Don't Shoot to make this event possible. We want to thank the Maryland Jockey Club, who also sponsors this event. We want to thank Borden Transportation.
Yeah, Borden.
In the house tonight. And we just want to make sure that you all know that it's free. Yes, it's free, and it is not a joke. So come on out. We're looking forward to having a lot of you in the house, and we hope that you all just come and enjoy. And it's, like I said, it's a family-friendly event. Bring your whole family, bring your kids, bring your mama, bring your mama's kids. So just come on out.
Yeah, so yes, as Sonia said, we're going to provide entertainment for the whole entire family. How many people been to a kiddie disco and the parents was just sitting there bored, holding the coats, rushing the kids, yelling at the kids, don't do that, don't do this. Guess what? We have chaperones for your kids. So we don't even want you in there bothering the kids, because we need kids to be kids this day. On this day, we need these children to be children. So we have entertainment for the adults. Name the game that you used to play. Spades, Monopoly, jacks, hula hoops, jump and roll, rock and sock and robots. We will have all that for the adults. We have Catherine's, what's Valerie Matthews will be doing face painting. Who else? We will have sip and paint, which will be punch and paint. Of course, this is a family event, so parents do not come in there trying to sip. It will be punch and paint. We will also have that. I think we have this covered in every area. It should be something for everyone to do. Like Sonia said, we have the kids in there, DJ A-Easy. I am so pumped up about this little girl. I was actually promoting her before I even knew that I knew her father. I saw her on Facebook and I instantly fell in love with this little girl. When I first met her, she was 6 years old. 6 years old. Now she's 7. She had a birthday last month. And this little girl, DJ and mix better than some of the adults that I met. Not only do she DJ at the age of 7 years old, she is what you call an entertainer. She danced, she stopped, she modeled, she was at a fashion show at Madonna Mall. She was not afraid of the people coming to her. She was very friendly. So yes, I am pumping this little girl up because we need more motivation for these kids that's doing something good, and stop just pointing out the bad things that these children doing. It's so many amazing people out here. It's so many organizations out here for these kids. I'm tired of hearing people say it's nothing for the children to do. It's a lot for people to do. George Mitchell provides something at his community center every single day. Squeaky Off the Curb provides something at his recreation center every single day. As I stated earlier, Marilyn Mosby is providing things for the kids. The Baltimore City School Police Department, I was just down there Friday, and the different events that the Baltimore City Police Department is providing after school out of their personal pockets blew me away, because I didn't even know this. I did not know that the police officers down there for the school, they doing after school programs, they doing gym, they doing at your school also, and it's coming out of their personal pocket. So if we stop putting a spotlight on the negativity that's going on in Baltimore and start posting all the time, then Baltimore can do it. Baltimore will stand up. And it just hurt my heart to hear Baltimore is the worst city.
And also, while a lot of the community centers may have closed down, there are still several community centers that are still open, and they are doing great things. I mean, you just have to get out in the community and go visit these centers to see what's going on. So don't just discount that there's nothing going on when you're not really putting yourself out there trying to figure out what's available to your kids.
Right.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So saying that, I want to introduce you to two ladies that has been right here since the day I met them. They get on my very last nerve, especially the gallbladder lady. But that's another story we have to.
She has a song, yo.
Yeah, we might even get her to sing her gallbladder song. Maybe she can make up a song for me in my brain.
I can make a jingle.
Jingly baby. So we're waiting on Celeste, and I'm quite sure she probably got stuck in traffic or something. But I met these ladies from Celeste Taylor's group. Organization called Intros and Collaboration. And when I say I met some of the best people in Baltimore off of that website. First I met Kelly, I believe, because I bought the pink lipstick and I was stuck on that lipstick. Now I have on the purple to match my little purple hair. So whenever you see me with like really wild colors on, purple, green, orange, you know it's from Flawless Faces. I try my best to only wear colors from Flawless Faces. Not only do I like the color, it stays on, but I try my best to support the ones that I see supporting the world. Since the day I met these girls, they have supported so many people, like over and over again. Every time I turn around, I don't even know how they make a living, because every time I turn around, they're giving and giving and giving and giving. Giving, you shall receive. So yeah, I want to introduce you to Kelly first from Flawless Faces. And this chick is everything.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Hello. Some of y'all probably know me. Hello,
all of them know you.
What'd you say?
All of them.
But I want to get to know everybody. Here comes Miss Celeste. Hey. Okay. So I am I looking here? Kelly Bay Borden.
Actually, is online, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
okay.
online. Yeah.
Okay, so-
that's just my phone. That's my personal
You
phone.
live.
Right,
Okay.
right.
So,
I'm live.
Kelly Bay Borden, CEO of Flawless Faces Makeup Artistry and Cosmetics. Come on in. And so we have, last year we had a pretty good year. Okay, let me real quick tell you about me. I have been a professional makeup artist for over 20 years. Went to school for cosmetology, did hair for a while, did nails for a while, and just realized that makeup was my passion, so that's the road I went on and took. As Val is talking about Baltimore City and the school system, I work for Baltimore City school system. I'm at Rosemont Elementary Middle School, and I've been there for about 5-6 years now. I love it, and like Val said, the police do, come in and do their thing, but I feel fortunate to be able to do two things I love. I do my makeup, but I still work with the kids and try to give energy and give back and, do what I can do. So fast forward to the reason that I'm here. so I started, I want to plug that as you talk about the city student, and that's a passion. But so, like I said, I started over 20 years now in makeup and doing makeup for a long time. Worked for a couple companies, and then I just wanted to do my own thing. So started the company and just doing a lot of makeup all over the place, in and out of Baltimore, a lot of professional jobs, and just doing what I love. In 2015, we launched a lipstick line, and since 2015, we've continued to add other cosmetics to our collection. So now we have a studio in Pikesville, and
To think about it. Right.
yeah, I know. It's still new. So it's exciting. Last year we did a big launch with our liquid to matte lipstick line. So it's been a lot of good things coming out. We have spring, we're launching our glosses and a few other products, so it's exciting. Stay up with us, stay in touch with us, and just like all of the ladies here, we try to give back. We do a lot with some of the artists that work along with me as far as trying to volunteer. We do a lot with Movable Feast and doing meal prep for people who are ill. And, we just try to, any way we can, give back, help clean up the city, whatever we can do. So the website is www.flawlessfacesmakeupartistry.com, and it's Flawless Faces Makeup Artistry on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. So follow us. We try to go live and do live makeup, give us some feedback, and join the Flawless crew.
Awesome.
Hey.
So it seemed like I'm the only one want to go live, but they don't even realize this. We're in the studio, so they live anyway.
So I'm like,
Trending right now.
Right. So this is Celeste Taylor, and she's the reason why I know the Bordens. We already said your intros and collaboration, so you could talk a little bit on intros and collaboration and how Hug Don't Shoot has affected you, because we see you got your shirt on. Hey.
and a flawless lip.
I stay promoting my people. I stay promoting my people. So it was funny because I was just talking to a woman who was part of Intros and Collabos. Shout out to Marquita in Oklahoma. And Intros and Collabos was supposed to be a one-time deal.
Like Hug Don't Shoot. Right. Supposed to be
Same
one
concept.
time.
It was a one-time deal, and it just took off. And for me, it's really important for us to make sure that we are supporting businesses, and especially small businesses. It's hard. So I know that I'm the extrovert on, I don't know what, uppers, whatever, speed, whatever. So I'm over the top extroverted. So I knew for me, networking was something easy to do, but it's not so easy for entrepreneurs. So I said, I'm gonna take away the excuses. So we'll have a virtual networking, and you have no excuse for why you can't be at home with your hair jacked up, still being able to have an opportunity to network with other business owners. So with that said, Intros and Collabos was born. So of course, Miss Val, one of our favorite co-hosts, Anything, I think the biggest thing is we're all about anything that anybody in the intros and collabo squad does. We want to get behind 100%.
Right.
Hey Deb, hey
Nothing
Lakia,
like
hey
support.
Brooke.
Nothing like support.
So that's what it's all about. And again, anything Hug Don't Shoot is doing, I'm down for. How can I promote it? How can I support it? What do you need us to do? So I'm proud of Val and the crew.
And
all the
we are
amazing
proud
things
of
that
you.
they are doing.
Right.
Amazing things they
Because
are
when we
doing.
was trying to find a host, like 3 people was like, Celeste. Like,
Give me that platform. I am good for ugly cry, but I got myself together. But I am a big head cry. I'm a waterhead all day. But yeah, but I just with regards to Hug Don't Shoot, it's kind of funny that it's a no-brainer and that nobody thought about it. But I think that people think about things but don't have the kind of passion
right.
that
Or
Val
they
has,
think
the
about
passion
it.
and the pull.
I tell people all the time, a dream is only a dream unless you get up and do something to it,
That's
make
right.
it reality.
Yeah.
Because how many times you had an idea and you thought it was this just so stupid, and then a week later somebody come up with it and you be like,
Well, I don't think I had no
thought
stupid
about
ideas.
that.
I had some good ideas that people did not be
Right,
mad.
right. You thought it was stupid, but somebody else
Or
had
you
that
thought you
idea.
couldn't do it.
Right,
Somebody else did.
Something that was out of your reach.
You had a good idea and you said, why hasn't someone?
And then they messed around and
Right.
did it.
Why not me?
Why not you, right?
Because you know what, it's so funny because now at least 2 or 3 times a day, at least, someone is inboxing me, texting me, tagging me on Facebook, something about Hugs. So Hugs is not new. Of course, we know Hugs not new, but no one got a patent. No one pushed it. All these songs out here, all these people, the police out here hugging, that's all he did was hugged it. And we only, like you said, we only thought that Hug Don't Shoot was going to be August the 5th. We didn't have any plans whatsoever after August the 5th.
Until we got that one phone call from that lady who wanted us to
When we was
over there
eating
and pray
crabs.
for her and console her because she lost her son.
Yeah. Let me tell you how they had, Sonia and I was down, where were we? At the boathouse, yeah. And the lady just came and put crabs down. And I'm all like, yes, these crabs look good. And I get a phone call, not a text, a inbox, like video chat. And the lady was like, Val, how you doing? Like, my best friend's son just got killed. And I'm like, I'm eating crabs. Like,
Okay, so what do you want me to do?
right, so what am I supposed to do? And she was like, we just want you to come over here with us. And I was like, I'm not being rude or nothing, but what do you want us to do? And she was like, I said, I'm not a pastor. Like, I don't know what to do. What can I do for you? And she said, we've been watching y'all, so we just want you here for support. And I'm like, oh okay. Right, and I was like,
I can't put this in the bag.
I told Sonia, I said, I'm not going. I'm just eating my crabs. I think I ate 1 crab, and I just couldn't do it.
Right.
I could not do it, and I was like, Sonia, I gotta go.
said, "We
And
can't stop.
Right.
We can't stop."
And I was like, it's getting late. I'm going over there by myself. I text Sonia and I think Kenny the address and said, this is where I'm going if y'all don't hear from me no more, because I don't know who these people are. So when I pulled up, I didn't know what the girl looked like. I didn't know anything. So I pulled up, she came to my car and I seen people out there, so I knew that was the house. And she was like, Val, thank you so much for coming in. And I know so many people in Baltimore. When I went in there, I didn't know not one person.
What?
I didn't know not one person.
Lies.
And that mother, when she laid her head on my chest,
That's on the east side.
Over east. When you over east side.
actually, it was right around the corner from me. It was like 3 minutes away from my house.
Wow. That's surprising.
So that mother laid her head on my chest and cried so hard. And I was like, I don't know what to do after this. I'm like, and I gave them, they was talking about the funeral, and I just reached in my purse and I gave them some money. I don't even know what I gave them. I just gave them some money, like maybe this could help y'all with the candles, this, that, and the other.
Did she say the candles stuff?
Yeah, because they was talking about the candlelight.
Oh,
vigil.
okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, where the
They
candles?
was talking about the candlelight
Gotcha.
vigil. So when I left, and I was like, we can't
Funeral
stop this.
ambiance.
This is real. And then after that, it was like people kept calling every single day. We go to one event, somebody else, can y'all do this? Can y'all do that? Like, how could we stop? And the funny thing is, we even talked about, and it was honestly, it was breaking us. It was breaking our pockets. And it's free. I tell people all the time, it's free for a hug, but it's not free for organization, especially not an organization we didn't plan for. We didn't think it out. We didn't say we could get money from here. It started flowing. Yeah. So I'm like,
and then we still can't get money because we haven't been 3 years in. So
right. So then all the grants is like, you got to be 3 years, right? Mm-hmm. So not only that, we are now 501c3. But let me tell you how the IRS. We've been 501c3 for 3 months. The IRS haven't updated their website. So that means we are 501c3. We have the paper. They are saying it's okay, but they are backed up. So today, as they promised me, it will be on the website today. It is.
That's fantastic.
It is on the website, but they don't have Hug No Shoot. They have my government name. Let me see if Uncle Sam gets some red, white, and blue skinny jeans this year.
So now it's 501c3.
Yes, I am 501c3. My name, not my organization. Right, so they promised me it'll be up there anyway. So anyway, it just kept going. So the one time we decided we need to start charging people for coming out. And this one lady, I met her at the city board, school with headquarters. Talked to this lady like 3 minutes at the most. She reached out to me, Darlene Copeland. I'm quite sure she's on my page because she always looking. She reached out to me a month later and asked me, can I come out and speak for her pre-K class? And I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. So then something came up and I was like, we're not going to be able to make it. But then I could hear through her text, she was disappointed. And I was like, I'm going. Some of the hug dealers couldn't go. We had to take off of work. And I was like, I'm just going to do this, talk to her pre-K. I pulled up and here come my hug dealers. They didn't even tell me they was coming. I walked into this school. Y'all thought I was having a heart attack. I thought I was going to have a heart attack. This school had 2,500 teddy bears lined up in the auditorium for us to give out.
Oh, that's nice.
So how about it wasn't just a pre-K class, we spoke in front of the whole entire school. But remind you, she was supposed to be the first person we charged for coming out. I would have felt so bad if I would have charged that lady. There's no way, right, that alone was rewarding. Like, we would never stop thinking about her and thanking her for what she done. 2,500 teddy bears. And then it was like a couple of days after I got out of the hospital, she had this huge teddy bear just for me. And that teddy bear is right on my bed. I make up my bed and that teddy bear is right on my bed every single day.
That's her new boyfriend.
That's my new boo. I've been dating dogs anyways. So anyway, right now we talk to everyone. I want to bring on Borden Transportation. And she is another person who has touched my heart. Again, every time I mention Borden, someone else always say, oh my goodness, she donated this, or
she did that.
Right, she did this or she did that. What's it, Meyer said that her car broke down on the highway and Borden Transportation sent her a ride. I'm like, these chicks is everything. So we have Borden Transportation here, Lisa Borden.
Hi.
Girl, you gotta talk from afar because I'm not moving my phone. So
I like to be behind the scenes.
wait a minute, Lisa. So this is something funny, y'all. I'm getting ready to put her on the spot. So can you tell them a little bit about the gallbladder?
Well,
I want y'all to hear.
just over 1 year ago, I had a terrible split from gallbladder. After being together for 42 years, we broke up. And it was, we literally had to sever ties. I have been going through a lot trying to deal with it. You know, stomach had a hard time, over this past year. I had to bring it to birthday when it came to town this year. This was the first birthday that was no gallbladder, but I'm trying to work through it. I did write a song about it to try to help me cope with dealing with the loss. But on a more serious note, I am the owner of Borden Transportation, and I'm also the owner of Borden Consulting. We have a contract with Baltimore City Schools, so we do work with Baltimore City Schools as far as budget management. I am the child of 2 Baltimore City educators, So education is my passion. Children, I have a passion, for children, and just want to help out any way that I can. So if someone reaches out to me, is there anything that I can do to try to make a difference in the world, then that's what I want to do. But
And that's what she does.
And that's what she, right,
Yes.
exactly,
Like,
exactly.
No, look, I'm not usually broadcasting these things.
Blowing up on everybody.
Right.
And don't ask her for no
I
donations.
don't mind that. I
Right.
like to just do it. I don't.
Because we got the
does
next
because that's
24
who she is.
donations.
When I saw the advertisement for the Easter.
No, you did not. You saw the advertisement for the Christmas. You saw the advertisement for the September the 30th youth, for the youth.
I saw a couple
You saw the
things.
advertisement, Save Our Kids. You saw the advertisement for, what else, with the game day. Right.
She saw this one flyer. Right.
She sponsored all
Everything.
of that.
So don't y'all call her because she belong to us.
Yes, we're still in her.
That's us. Don't get it twisted. I love her. Don't shoot no, but all right.
Let's not cross the line here.
No, it's plenty to go around. But if I could just say two things, since I'm right in front of Val's. Lisa is one of those people who, like she said, she is really behind the scenes for real. Like, I can't believe she didn't try to skip out and figure out a way how she was going to say she had to work and do something. Because she literally does work like crazy, but she's one of those people that slides in on stealth mode and makes an incredible impact, but
Yes.
does it without expectation because that's who she is. And that's one of the things I respect so much about Lisa as a professional and as a philanthropist. Like, that's what philanthropy is all about. And people talk about being philanthropists and giving back and how they do this and that, but there's always this desire to have a lot of notoriety. And look at what I did. And Lisa's
That's
one
me.
of those people. No, it's not.
It is.
Anyway, Lisa is definitely one of the most genuine, humble women that you ever want to meet. She's always willing to help anybody who needs help. And, I'm going to go ahead and just tell her how much I appreciate her on radio.
And on live, someone want to know, are you hiring?
Yes.
Do
No.
you have your CD out?
What? No.
Can you pass the background
No.
check and you need clean urine? Thank you.
Exactly.
I'm Director of
And you
HR for
have
Board
to pay.
Transportation.
You have to pay me
Director of HR.
finder's fee first.
Yes, we are.
Okay, so
They are hired.
all right. So let Lisa. Lisa said they are hired. You have to pay me a finder's fee. You have to support.
I did not
Don't
say
you?
that part.
All right, she didn't say that.
That would be false.
So inbox me for
Lisa about to get information. She's like, come on. tell
right.
her.
Inbox me for everyone's information. But we're not finished with Lisa. She haven't did the gallbladder so.
Live on this.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
First, give me your website or something so they can
Yeah, give me
Background music. Can we snap in the background for her?
Board Transportation provides private car and limousine service. We have a party bus, we have a limousine, we have vans, sedans, SUVs. We just provided concert transportation for 4 different concerts in different cities. That was pretty exciting because that's one of the biggest things that we've ever done. And
Go Borden.
yeah,
Come on now.
We're pretty
Global.
exhausted, but I wanted to be here. I want to support. I don't want to tell about me. I just wanted to be here. To support. That is why I'm here. But I also have the board consulting, and we have a contract with Baltimore City Schools, which does budget management. And in that, because I am in touch with schools, like I knew Miss Copeland because I work with Matthew Henson, and I have for years, and she does the parent involvement piece for them. So we try to, wherever we can, help out with anything that might help for the students, figure out different activities. I think it's important for them to see, something different. So if we can get them outside of the city, if we can get them college campuses, just anything different so that they know they have something to strive to do, something to strive to be. It's hard to see past what you know. You need a different perspective. So in order to change, we need to give them a different perspective. Whether that's just taking them to the movies in Towson, or taking them to the movies over the bridge somewhere. Maybe it's just taking them to a park over the bridge somewhere. We need to show students that there's something beyond a 2-block radius or,
Yes.
you know, and I think
Chicken
that
bounce
can
and
have
Right, outside of the city line, right.
it will have a huge impact. We're working with
Chinese.
We're working
Right.
with Rosemont because I have a relationship with the Bowie Bay Sox, and one of the announcers for the Bowie Bay Sox also works for Mount St. Mary's College as the announcer. So I
Okay.
just literally was meeting him about this game that we sponsor every
Plug
year.
in for Huck Don't Shoot.
And I mentioned that I want to do something different for these students. So just from that conversation, we then met with the members of Mount St. Mary's College, and we're going to take them up for a week, some 7th graders from Rosemont.
Nice!
It's
Awesome!
humbling and amazing how just a simple conversation, I really mentioned it to him. No idea that he would be able to even have any impact on making this happen. But I mentioned it to him, and then he was excited, I was excited, the people from Mount St. Mary's are excited, so we're working to get that done. Can you imagine the impact of living on a college campus for a week? Taking classes, but also outdoor experiences, and just, I mean, that's the kind of stuff that really gets
Just broaden
to me.
their horizons.
Yes, yes. That is amazing. That is amazing. And I strongly believe in that. When my daughter was younger, I was so tired of seeing the city life. And that was back in the day when the seatbelts didn't matter. You didn't have to get the car seats and all that. And I packed my SUV up. And I took the kids out Westminster. And them kids was like if they was in the White House. And I told them, I said, these people out here, your parents work as hard as these people out here. The difference is, these people out here have a praying grandmother with a life insurance policy.
Seriously.
But it's the truth.
That's the truth.
Because you have money
That's the truth.
that moves down to
They
the
moves
generation.
down,
You have
right.
inheritance
We
as
won't
opposed to
even get a
collection.
life insurance policy.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, and that's another thing with the Hug Don't Shoot situation. How many murders are we going to have before you look and say, I don't even have insurance for my kids, or my sister, or my nephew, or my daughter, somebody. Like,
It's a lot of it is a lack of
GoFundMe.
A lot of it is a lack of information.
Right.
I was an insurance agent for 5 years. My brother sells insurance. In your mind, if you work, you have insurance with work. But when you stop working, you no longer have
Exactly.
insurance
Right.
unless you want to pay for it on your own. So if I start working at 20 and I stop working at 60, the price that I'm going to have to pay for that policy at 60 is way more than it would be when I'm 20. So we have to have conversations. We have to educate each other. We have to talk about things that are important. But we have to, in order for me to pass some information on to you, I have to know the information. So a lot of times our parents didn't know the information, or they only knew part of the information. So we have to make sure that we educate one another so that we can pass that on to different generations.
right, and I talk about it all the time on my page on how important life insurance is. GoFundMe is not the new life insurance policy.
Shouldn't be.
And not only life insurance, you know what, everyone knows that my house burned down. So now, when someone else's house burned down, they think I'm supposed to be there to support them. I cannot support everybody whose house burned down.
Well, something like Brenda's insurance.
Right,
Brenda's
you need insurance.
But people don't understand that. People don't.
You know, people always like, well, your house burned down. Well, I'm fully covered.
Right. And that's
And
the
yes,
difference.
people donated to me, but that's like a plus.
Yes.
You know, you need life insurance. You need renter's insurance.
You need
flood insurance, right.
You don't know when someone is going
Exactly,
to be,
exactly.
But and more importantly than just passing away, you don't know when you may get an illness. So the premiums increase, or you might not be insurable if you wait until you get, let's say, diabetes. So
Right.
let's say you're fine and you get diagnosed with diabetes. Now your premium is going to jump up, and it's going to be hard for you to
And I
get
have
insurance.
diabetes.
Right.
But
Now,
if you go ahead and just get
But you have
insurance young,
insurance.
it's locked in.
exactly.
And
Like
that's
myself, I'm uninsurable. So not only can I get insurance from anyone else other than the insurance policy I have, I barely could get another job. Because what health insurance is going to pick me up? Now that they know, once that doctor gave me 6 months, I'm done.
Right.
I am stuck with the company I'm with, even if I didn't like them. Thank God I love my job. But I am stuck, and people fail to realize that you have to look past getting mad at your coworker and walking out. this adult now, you can't do that kind of stuff.
You look at them bills.
Yeah, you look at them bills and stuff, and all that take place in a city that has so much crime in it. We have to stop and think about these situations, and it's not just put the guns down, it's the drugs. How many people, 14 people died from an overdose in A County in 24 hours. It's terrible, and all of it comes together as a big ball of mess. And it's going to take a whole lot, but I strongly believe that Baltimore can rise to the top again. Because again, it's so many different organizations out here, so many different people out here. I was sharing, again, I had a meeting with the Baltimore City School board. I am a board member now. Baltimore City Police Department, school board. So I was sharing with them that I myself felt bad. Because even though I volunteered for 41 organizations before Hug Don't Shoot, I am not new in these streets. I'm just new with Hug Don't Shoot. So even though I volunteered for 41 organizations, I was uneducated on all these community meetings out here. And now that I'm going to these community meetings, I am able to bring the people in my circle to the meetings too. And I tell people all the time, y'all know my quote, if you can't change your friends, then change your friends. Because guess what? If I'm trying to do positive things,
It can be okay for these little starburst things, and it can be okay when they get ready to start smacking them.
What are you talking about?
what?
This can't be okay.
What?
So I don't know what's going to happen, but let's not let it happen.
I don't know what she's talking about.
So random. Right. So
I'm off to
So I gotta. Why, Diamond? Why did you provide Starbursts of all things in this radio studio? We're listening to your answer.
That's a very random question.
It is a very random question and comment, sir. Get him, Diamond.
Well,
I didn't think that people would eat them on air.
yeah, usually it's in between breaks that
people would-
yeah. But usually when people are here for the first time, they go crazy with the Starburst. Yeah.
Starbursts, and then you have the ones that sit there and want to roll the paper up and make.
I never actually had that. I never had that actually.
Yes.
I'm making
There's
absolutely
mom right here.
worse.
Well, she was complaining off camera about people with gum, and so you missed that part.
No,
So
I have nothing in my mouth.
We want to talk about you. That
I'm
was
just
Lisa.
saying.
That was the gallbladder
it
girl.
was funny though.
Right? So she made me forget what was this serious conversation.
No, you were saying how everything
You know
goes
what?
together, but
Oh yeah, that's my favorite
exposure as well.
thing is you can't change your friends, then you have to change your friends. So people be like, how you gonna try to change somebody? I didn't change you.
I change my underwear every day and I can change those friends out too. Thank you. Yeah,
Random
just
again.
like that. That's a change. That's how you can change like that.
What?
Like I said, if people if they don't understand the concept of changing friends,
Right. Yeah.
let me help you with something simple. You change those underwears every day, I hope. And if you don't, you should start doing so. So you do the same thing with
Yeah.
those friends. If they need to be
Because
swapped
it-
out, then you do what you gotta
Yeah,
do.
it makes a big difference.
It does.
When you doing positive things and you leave that positive event, and then you go and hang out with some negative friends,
It drains you.
it drains you. It will drain you all the time. So all that take place in trying to fix the city. I'm not saying. I think if I called you a friend, it's up to me to help to fix that friend. But
If they want to be fixed.
but
Yeah, they have to want
if
to
they
change.
don't want to
You
change,
just move on.
right, but it's up to me to say something to them in a nice way. But if they don't want to change, then I have to change.
That's right.
So all that is so much that's going on, not just in Baltimore, in the world. And like Lisa said, we're traveling. Get out of the city. Because I tell people all the time, we talk so bad about Baltimore, but when you go to these different countries, and not only to the countries, to the islands, but go and visit the locals. You running your butt back home and like, where's Baltimore at?
You thankful.
You thankful.
It'll
What's
make you
going
grateful
on?
for sure. But even like with the kids at the school, like summer break will come and you'll go back in September and say, how was your summer? What did y'all do? Oh, we went to East Baltimore. And you're just like, oh, okay. You know, that's what they
Right.
did. And so when they take field trips and go into Catonsville or, I mean, God forbid, Howard County, you know, they like, we still in Maryland.
Right.
You know, but that's why it's just like get them out of their environment to let them see that it is more out. Because some of them will take a trip, or like we took some kids to a college and they went, and it leaves an impact on them, and they want to go there, so then they start working toward it.
It literally was how.
But some of them don't know.
It literally was our own son. We sent him to Frostburg for a basketball camp with our nephew. Now our nephew was a basketball player, but we figured let them both go for a week and spend the he was in the 7th grade. He's now going to Frostburg, which is where the camp was. So he was able to visualize himself on the campus because he had been on the campus. So if we can get these kids different places, then it will be easier for them to see themselves as college students because they were actually on the campus. This can't be okay with this.
Like she placed
It's
that there
fine.
on a piece of paper.
But speaking of the children, just to kind of piggyback, and seriously, that's one of the ways that Lisa and I connected, because Borden provided transportation for a summer camp I did a few years ago, and I was blown away when there were children who lived in, I guess it's considered, is that Brooklyn? Yeah, kind of like Brooklyn. They had not been to the harbor, and I'm like, Hanover Street Bridge is down the street. Like, we're talking about kids who lived less than 5 miles from the inner harbor who had never even been to the harbor. So we took the kids to the harbor, we took them to DC, thank God for Borden transportation so we could get there safely and comfortably, because that church van was a mess. But it is amazing how, and it was funny because I said, so what do you guys want to do? And one of the little boys said, Mr. Les, I never had sushi before. So I got on the phone. I called Raw Sushi. Shout out to Raw.
I was there last
my
night.
kids want to bring the kids down. I know it's kind of short notice. Do you know that general manager pulled stuff together? They came out, they talked to the kids about how sushi is made, all this different stuff. So we had them try different things. They got, I was like, if you don't, I said, here's the thing. All you got to do is try it. If you don't like it, you can spit it out or whatever, but we're just gonna at least try it. And we had a ball. My favorite part was the wasabi competition. Where Lil Juan, the smallest boy in the camp, Juan Nance Senior's son, shout out to Juan Jr., had a wasabi tournament. And that joker is about this big, and he won. He won the council doing his push-ups. Lil Juan was like,
That is so funny. So y'all, let me tell you something, how we came together. We collaborated as one on this day. Shout out to Diamond for allowing us to just randomly come and invade his radio studio.
thank you.
So if anyone noticed, it's all women here. And this is Women's Month, and we rock. We rock. So I want to thank each one of you ladies, honestly, sincerely, my hug dealers, the Bordens, Celeste. Like, we have come together, and we could be the start of doing something to bring this city together. I want us to be
Bring this world together.
Yes. But I want us as a unit to be that spark in someone's eye when they get older, because that unit when I was a child was Leroy and Cat Wallace, and I would never forget them on how they grabbed me and allowed me to stay at that house for a whole summer, like 2 to 3 summers in a row. And I never seen, at that age, I never seen a mother and father married. I never seen a child with her own room. I never saw. They had bags of personal hygienes for every time you come and stay the night with your name on it. Like, I never seen stuff like that. So they were the spark in my eyes to say, I'm going to do better. I'm not going to live in Park Heights my whole entire life. Shout out to Park Heights. I love some Park Heights though. It taught me a whole lot. But we could come together and be that spark in some child's eye And we might not see it today, we might not see it tomorrow, but maybe when they walk across that stage and they give us a shout out. And we never know how we affected that one person's life until further down the years. So we need to do stuff like that. And every day I try to point out something that someone is doing positive. Baltimore, stand up. And I mean it. It's nothing like that hashtag Baltimore stand up with something positive. So again, I want to thank you all. Anyone have any questions? Any suggestions? Any gallbladder songs? Any?
I can sing my gallbladder song.
Come on, give us a little song or something.
In the shower a lot of times. I mean, I'm still okay.
Wait a minute, let's get it. Wait a minute, let's get it. Let's zoom in.
So this is when I first found out that I was going to get my gallbladder removed, and I was trying to deal with it, and I figured what better way to try to cope.
Get Kelly's face.
Now remember, I wasn't ready. I haven't had my hot tea or anything.
Look at that.
Just the other day, I didn't even know you.
Boom, boom.
Now I'm trying to imagine life without you. I certainly didn't know all you've been going through. And I didn't realize they recommend removing you. They say that stones may break your bones, but they never want to risk on gallbladder. I guess what's done can't be changed. I'm losing. That's all.
Did we meet? We just stopped like.
When you work like 18, 20 hours a day, you gotta have some comic relief. And
Right. So Lisa actually sang this song for us in a restaurant. What restaurant was City Cafe?
We were doing a dine out for
Yes. Another. Well, hold that thought. Another good thing that these ladies do. Explain that for next year, so we could get prepared for it.
for dine out.
Dine out.
I'm actually on the committee this year that asked me to join. September 20th, and we're trying to get more restaurants that will be involved. Basically, the Dine Out for Life is when restaurants that participate give a certain percentage of their sales for that day, and then we also have envelopes in the restaurant, so if patrons want to make a donation, but it helps go toward Movable Feast, which does meal prep for people that have HIV/AIDS or diabetes, cancer. It's basically like real meals that they cook and they freeze, kind of like a TV dinner, how they freeze it, and then they deliver like 6 meals. They deliver 6 meals each week in a bag, so that someone just has to put it in the microwave and not worry about how they will get nutritional meals. And that's something that we're very passionate about. I think it's like $5. I think it's $5.41 a day will take care of a meal for a person. So we participated one time, and then we just became extremely passionate about it. We both, Flawless Faces has done some events there. Borden Transportation, we've taken our team there several times. I hope for my birthday this year, which is October. I didn't mean to mention birthday. My birthday is October the 9th, although I do have a birthday on the 9th of every month. I just had it on Friday. No one called. Yeah, but it's still March 9th was my 5'6" birthday.
Your who?
Was my 5'6"? Yeah, 5'6". I mean 5'12". What was it? Well, I know my half birthday is coming up April the 9th. So if you write it down, you can just I don't need a gift. Just call me, text me. Facebook. I love it. My half birthday is gonna be big. I hope Kelly's planning something. Maybe the hug don't
She's not.
I like birthday carolers to come outside of my house. That would be nice. Or just surprise me and take me to dinner and then birthday caroler. I mean, it's just take your time and figure out whatever you want to do.
Unbelievable. So before we sign off, Sonia had what do you have?
I have a quote that I want to read from Emma Stone, and it's in reference to Women's Month. I can't think of any better representation of beauty than someone who is unafraid to be herself. Each one of you women here are not afraid to be yourself. and I salute you, and I'm so proud of each one of you, and that I would like for you all to just know that the world needs you, and we appreciate you. I appreciate y'all. Look, I'm just meeting some of y'all. But I appreciate y'all so much.
We appreciate you.
And
We appreciate you, one of our 16 Faces of Influence.
Right, exactly.
Someone's
You forgot about that one.
trying to be shy. Well, y'all know I am a little shy. You think stop. Why stop? I'm
She done messed up the whole
But
video.
anyway, keep doing what you're doing. I think the world needs each one of you. Thank you.
Thank
We
you.
weren't even finished. So, great.
It's that.
Okay, so we on Diamonds Live. So, Janai, you have anything?
I do not.
Okay, so again, we need to wrap this up. I want to thank each person. I'm so used to doing live. So right. I need somebody to talk to. Like,
Hey, talk to the dick.
right. Oh, okay. I didn't even see that one. So, again, I want to thank each person. Bring your whole entire family out for Easter Sunday, which is April Fool's Day. This is no joke here. From 3 to 7, Langston Hughes Community Center. Did anybody have a direct address for that?
5011 Arbutus.
5011 Arbutus. Teamwork. Yes, from 3 to 7, we have a live disco in one room for the kids of all ages, game rooms in another room. For the adults, we have games, Monopoly, spades, whatever. You feel free to bring games if you like. Horses. Have your children dressed where they can ride a horse. We have the pony rides, the adults can ride a horse. We have the horses for the adults, 2 moon bounce, snowballs, cotton candy, face painting, popcorn, punch and paint. We have it completely covered for each person. It's not too late to be a hug dealers. For the ones that's coming on late, hug dealers is volunteers. We try our best never to use the word volunteer. You are a hug dealer. We greet each person with a hug to bring a sense of peace, one hug at a time. So feel free to sign up, www.hugdon'tshoot.org, Facebook and Instagram, Hug Don't Shoot. And we still need sponsors. I don't care if it's $5. We will receive $5 as well as we will receive $5,000 because we're doing it big. Easter will not be our last event. As of today, we did what we say earlier, 85 events in 7 months. That speaks volumes to our city. And I'm proud to be the founder with my hug dealers. We came together as one. Thanks Celeste Teller from Intros and Collaborations, Collabos, and the Bordens, Flawless Faces, and who else? The gallbladder lady. Borden Transportation, right. So again, thanks, right. Thanks everyone, and we're out.
Yay!
You mind your business. You still.
Oh, sorry. Diamond, do you realize we didn't have not one break?
Can you pass me that dark? I want the dark.
You thought you were out there all alone. Then one day, there we were. How odd it must have felt to suddenly find us. A little